Alright guys, I had some requests to do this makeup tutorial, so I'm going to start. Right here I'm going to use this Laura Mercier primer in Radiance. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's really just kind of illuminating and bright, and this is going to help keep my makeup in place and kind of help keep my oils at bay, which I kind of need. I need that makeup to stay these days. Alright, let's get this party started, because it's all about that base, Okay, I'll move on from there, but really it is about the base. If you don't have the base right, you're in trouble. Alright, so right now I have no color, no spray tan. I kind of had to mix two of my foundations together and made my own little concoction. Yeah, so look in the description bar below and I can tell you what products I use exactly. But that's what is good. You have to have a lighter one and a darker one to mix. Yeah, save the wiping motion for your baby's bum, because here we are pressing. We are pushing this product into my skin so that it can start doing its job and neutralizing that pink. So as you're going to see me blending, you're going to start noticing that my skin looks less like a mask and more like actual skin. So keep blending. That's what the beauty blender is for. And always kind of start with the majority of your product in the center of your face and then blend outwards. That will help with the lines of demarcation that you often get around your jawline and towards the hairline, and it's just easier to blend. You don't need as much product on the outside of your face as you do, for the most part, in the center of your face. And this beauty blender really is perfect for this. Just keep blending, 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 and it really does help so that it doesn't have any unnatural lines. Oh, here we go. Also, remember, you have to get it wet and squeeze out that water or else it will not work. A little less dancing, a little more concealing. Let's get this going. All right, so moving on, I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown corrector in bisque. It's a salmon color, and I'm going to put it just on the darkest parts underneath my eye, but really it's just that corner, inner corner, and that tear duct area right there. It gets the darkest. So you're going to want to pat that in there, and this will crease. So notice I don't like to pull it underneath my entire eye. I just try and stick with the darkest areas, and so that pink tone is going to help neutralize any kind of blue that you see underneath your eyes. Yeah, so you're going to want that. Oh, what is going on? Okay. So now that it's kind of set a little bit, you can put your concealer on top. So dab just a tiny bit on. You can always add more. I might go a little crazy with it today. Some people like to use this and pull it down your nose and up to your outer corner of your eye for a highlight, part of a contour situation, and I am not doing that. I'm really just trying to cover up the red. Blend, 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 and make it look a little bit like, blend better with my foundation so that it looks similar, but it is a tiny bit lighter. You don't want to go much lighter on your eyes, because then you have you end up bringing more attention to your under eye when you're trying to conceal it, and I don't know what's happening here. Something's stuck up in there. So I'm just kind of patting it in so that my skin absorbs it. Don't do less wiping motions, more patting. And your finger is really great for it. You can use a brush, but it just seems to be easier for me to blend with my finger. I don't really have any marks or anything. My finger or the beauty blender. So once I kind of pull that down a little bit and blend it into my foundation, I'll use the beauty blender to kind of go around and just kind of mesh all that product together so there's no line of demarcation or anything. We cannot have that. No, we cannot. Okay, so if you have any kind of concealer that is not lighter, it has to be a pretty good match. You can start concealing any blemishes or anything that you want to cover up. You don't want to use a concealer for blemishes that is lighter than your foundation, because all that is going to do is bring attention to your blemishes. Anything that you make lighter will basically protrude, make the illusion of looking more apparent. So you just don't want that. So I'm going to skip that part because that concealer is too light. But I am going to seal this under eye area with a secret brightening powder. It's translucent, so it's not cakey. Notice the direction I'm going from the outer corner to the inner corner, because that is really important. You're kind of going against the crease. If you go from the inner corner out, you're going with the crease, and you're basically going to accentuate the crease, and it's going to, this is just going to help seal that skin so that you're not going to have any kind of creasing going on throughout the day. And that is why I love this powder. It's just going to seal everything together. It's illuminating, it's fresh, it is not cakey. All right, so got to move on, get some more makeup on here. So this is one step you don't have to do, but I'm going to do it. This is an Hourglass, this is called Diffused Light, and it's an ambient powder. It's super, super light and very finely milled. It's not going to give you the look of having a powdered face, which is not really a look I love. I like something a little more fresh and a little more dewy finish. So this is perfect because it will set your foundation and set your makeup without it looking powdery. Okay, so it's time to add dimension back into my face and a little bit of warmth. So I'm going to use this bronzer, and I'm going to do a tiny light contour. Not really. I'm going to stay on the hollows of my cheek, or just right above, right on top of my cheekbone, and blend it up. You don't want to blend it down. Oh, we're having lighting problems. This whole time we're going to have lighting problems, and it's a real thing, and I'm going to be annoyed this whole video. So I'm just going to blend that and dance at the same time because I think that's attractive, and this is just horrible to watch. So do it on the other side, bring some warmth in. You can really if it's kind of a nice golden color, you can kind of put this all over your face if you would like. It's not necessarily just for contouring. You can use it for a contour because it's not very orange. It's actually a very neutral color. And it's very, very pretty. This is like my favorite makeup product probably. So I'm putting that all around my face where the sun would naturally hit my face. I'm going to go around the temples, and look at that light in my eye. And my hair, nothing is really working out here. So I'm just kind of blending that in. I kind of have to contour. I don't really have any definition in my face whatsoever. It looks like there's just no bones at all. So I really need to create those cheekbones. That's why I kind of put that darkness in the hollow of my cheeks. I'm going to go around here and just stay around my jawline and try and define that so that it looks like I have some bones on my face. So I'm just going around that jawline right there, blending, blending, blending. You can blend that down. You don't want to blend that up because you do not want to take that contour line out by darkening up what's underneath it. So make sure you keep that light. All right, so those girls who like a good highlight, that is next. You take a brush, and it does not have to be an obscene one like that. Dust it, bridge of your nose, the high points of your cheek. You don't want to go too close to the center of your cheeks because you kind of only want to see the highlight when you turn your face and the sun kind of hits it. It's very, very pretty. You can put however much you like. My matte girls that like it matte, skip this step because you're not going to like it. You can put this right there on the top of your lips there to bring out your lips, and on your chin if you want. You can kind of mess around with it. Put as much or as little as you'd like. All right, don't you fret, kids. I am back. So I'm going to do some blush. I'm going to take the Bobbi Brown blush brush, and I am going to take the Hourglass ambient lighting blush palette. They sell them individually, and I'm going to use that middle one, and I cannot remember exactly what that is. So again, I will post that down below. But right now, I'm going to sing while I put my makeup on because I keep thinking that that is what people want to watch. So I'm going to just keep doing it throughout the entire video for your viewing pleasure. My face shape is a little round, and these cheeks have zero definition, and they just want to hang down low, and like a hound dog. I don't know. So I need to pull this face up, and I need to pull it up to the heavens. And so I'm going to try a technique with the blush where pretty much anything that goes in my face, I am just pulling up. I am pulling up as high as possible, up to those temples, just to get that going and create the illusion of, you know, my face actually going the opposite direction of where it is going. Alright, it's brow time, and I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but there is a technique you can do. We could go into more detailed videos too about the way I do certain features on my face. For right now, I'm just taking that Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to fill in the gaps and kind of reshape my brows and pretty much add thickness. This is kind of a general rule. You want to measure your eyebrows kind of in the way I'm doing it. And again, I will go more specific video, you know, when I do a brow video. Alright, I'm trying to mimic little hairs, so I'm taking this little skinny pencil and just doing little feather motions to try and pretend like I have more hair than I do on those brows. Alright, so I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow, and it's in the Ombre Cream. It's in cement. Anyway, I'm going to use this, and it's kind of as a base, but it also adds color, and it's pretty light. So it's just going to add a little bit of interest to my eyelids, give a little bit of dimension, and you can do not pull this color all the way up to your eyebrows, but you can kind of mess with it and see what works best around your crease, or a little over, which is what I'm doing. Yeah, so you can wear this by itself. It's just a really pretty taupe color, or you can use it to intensify your other eyeshadows that you wear on top and to keep those eyeshadows staying all day. Alright, so I'm going to go define this eye underneath, and I'm using a thin eyeliner brush from Makeup Forever, and I'm going to take that same taupe cement color, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. And I'm going to kind of just do it messily because I'm just going to smudge it out and make it a really soft daytime look anyway. So I'm going to add on to that a little bit of a darker color, give it a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to take that black and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to wing it out, but you definitely could, especially if you want to extend that eye. But I would smudge it out still for that soft look for daytime. Okay, again, I'm going really soft with this look, so you can obviously use an angled brush, a thicker brush, if you want a little more dramatic look. You can go darker, whatever is floating your boat that day. Alright, so here I'm going to start smudging this out. I'm going to take that smudger brush, or you can use your finger. I'm just going to go at that line and break it up. And you could even break it up, add more liner, break it up again, add more liner. So I'm going to take a little flat brush now and use this Pale Barley pigment from Burberry. It's kind of a shimmery taupe, so I'm just going to kind of intensify this taupe color base and just add a tiny bit of shimmer. It's not a lot of shimmer, but it's definitely adding a little bit more color. And I'm going to bring that underneath and smudge it underneath with my smudger again. Yeah, so this look is just about keeping the eyes defined, but keeping them, you know, soft and open. And I don't know what I'm doing here, so here we go. Again, I'm going to take this MAC crease blending brush, and I'm just going to make sure there's no harsh lines and kind of bring that color up just a little bit. This Ulta crayon is pretty nice. It's kind of a champagne color, and I'm putting it on my waterline, and that's just going to keep my eyes bright and open. It's going to give the illusion that they're bigger than they are. I'm going to bring that into the inner tear duct too, and you can even extend it underneath your lashes if you want. or underneath, and kind of bring it a little bit so it blends right into the, and meets up with the eyeliner underneath. Okay, well you definitely can keep going on that eye, but I'm going to be done. I'm going to curl these eyelashes, keep this soft daytime look, keep it very minimal, and please stop dancing. Okay, this is a fun little trick. I'm taking this mascara after I'm done curling my eyelashes, and this is a waterproof mascara. I'm going to add just a tiny, tiny bit on there. Let it dry just a little bit. So while that dries, I'm going to go and do my lips. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat and Pillow Talk. Love it. So smooth. This will stay put. It's just the perfect lip liner. You guys are probably sick of hearing me say that, but it's true. I'm going to top that with a Spanish Rose lip color by Tom Ford. So I'm going to make my lips stand out a little bit more, and I want them to be a little more plump. So kind of taking that pigment away from the middle like I did with my finger, I'm going to add this, I don't know what it's called, but I'll put it on the bottom. Anyway, it has a little bit of sparkle, that lipstick, and now this is another trick to make those lips plump. And I'm going to take this powdered illuminator, this is Mary Luminizer, and I'm going to add that with my finger to the center of my lips. And that is going to make them stand out and look big, plump, and juicy. And you can use as little or as much as you'd like. That's a fun little tip. And I realize you can't see me. I'm going to get used to this at some point, but I don't really know. So this is another trick. You can pretty much put as many coats of mascara on your lashes as you want, as long as you wipe that product off every single time. You dip it in, take it out, wipe it off. You don't need most of the product that comes out on that wand. It's just going to look clumpy. So just try and wipe it off. And that is a fun little tip. So having that waterproof mascara underneath really helps keep that curl all day and helps keep your lashes up and looking good. All right, so I'm going to smudge some of this black eyeliner at the base of my lashes to give myself some fullness. Not myself, I have enough fullness, thank you very much, but my eyelashes need fullness. So I'm just going to smudge that right in there in the base. And it will also help define the eye, especially since I'm not really wearing a lot of eyeliner. But anyway, I was looking a little shiny, so I think here I'm going to matte it up a little bit with some translucent powder. Translucent, or you can use any kind of lightly milled powder. This one's a little yellow tinted, you know, help neutralize that pink. Just going to put a tiny bit on so I don't look powdery, still luminous. I'm so fancy. Alright guys, this is the finished look, and I'm going to dance my way out of here. So remember to look at the bottom bar where I have all the products I use listed below. And yeah, thanks a lot, and hopefully someone got something out of this video. Taking one for the team, guys.